Hello. So you have a G7X and you want to know the accessories that I use whenever I create my content. Let me show you. This thing is awesome, whether if it's for vlogging, for creating content on YouTube, or even short form content. I absolutely love this thing. And for it being 8 years old, I keep saying this over and over again, but it's so worth it. And it's still very, very usable in 2024. The only bad thing about it is that it's very hard to come by these days. These things are selling for like $1,000. But I want to show you the accessories that I have, and maybe you could pick some up. If you want to support the channel, I'll leave affiliate links in the description. And yeah, I don't know if all of these accessories will still be available. If not, I'll try my best to put in alternatives. So let's get, I can't speak English. Let's go ahead and get right into the video. So I want to show you the things that go inside the pouch. This is the Low Pro, I don't even know what it's called. So I got this in Best Buy when I got the camera. It's actually my brother's. So it's originally my brother's camera. He wanted the G7X Mark II, and over time I just kind of stole it, I guess. He wasn't using it, so I ended up taking it, and now I use it for my content, which is great. So shout out to you, brother. So this is a Low Pro point and shoot case pretty much, and it could hold a bunch of things. I hold the camera, and inside the main compartment is an adapter. So this is the Apple USB-C to SD card adapter. It is a game changer. I have other adapters for my larger camera, which is the Canon EOS R5, and they're larger because the memory card is CF Express Type B, so I need adapters for that as well. So I have a couple of those, but they're huge, and I wanted something small. So this is what I came across. Shout out to my friend, you know who you are, who has one of these for her phone. And yeah, game changer. I can use this on my phone, my iPad, and it's super quick and easy to transfer my camera files, not just on the G7X, but for my R5, since I mainly shoot on the SD card anyways. And it's super convenient, especially since I edit mainly on my iPad now. So it makes things a lot more efficient, and I just highly recommend it. It's definitely worth the price tag. This is $40, dude. And I recommend getting the Apple version instead of like a third-party version on Amazon or anything. So that's pretty much it for the main compartment. It usually goes in like this. So my adapter and then the camera. It's a little difficult because I am holding the microphone with one hand, but it usually is like that. So this is the whole kit that I have for my G7X Mark II. But it doesn't end there. There's also like a little pouch on the front that I can use to store a bunch of accessories. Not that much, but it's, you know, it holds a decent amount. The next thing that I want to talk about are third-party batteries and chargers. So this is from eBay, Probty. I'll try to see if I can have alternatives on Amazon, but it came with, I believe, 4 or 5 of these little batteries, as well as a charger. And I love the charger. Let me grab it really quick. This is the charger, and it can charge 2 batteries at one time, and then there's indicators for each battery. But it also charges with micro USB and USB-C. So it's pretty versatile. It's super small, super compact. Sometimes, or actually most of the time now, I don't even bring this because it's super convenient just charging the camera itself, and then I would just change it out whenever the battery gets low. You just have to keep track of the batteries that are low and then switch them in between and charge them. So yeah, the only thing is that the G7X Mark II is micro USB, so I have to carry a separate cable, but that's not too big of a deal. I'd rather carry that instead of this charger, even though this is pretty small and portable as it is. The next thing inside is a little multi-tool. So on my camera, I have a quick release plate, which I'll talk more about later, but I keep this handy in the pouch because I always have to take on or off the quick release plate. Again, I'll explain later. This is pretty cool, has a carabiner, and not only does it have the Allen wrench, but it has like a little flat twisty thing for other types of quick release plates. So I could technically put it on the outside of the bag, but I keep it inside. Up next, we have a spare quick release plate. To be honest, I don't even know why I keep this inside the pouch. It's just in there. yeah. Last but not least is a tracker card. So this is the Nomad tracker card. It is compatible with the Find My app for iPhones or iOS, and I love this thing. It uses wireless charging to charge. So it's really clean, super thin, and I keep it in there just as an added peace of mind and extra security, I guess. Just in case I do lose this thing, I would have like a means to find it. Next thing is something that I got really recently, and it's a tempered glass screen protector. And you know, if you're using this every single day, it's gonna get beat up, and you want the screen to stay pristine and free from scratches. So that's why I decided to invest in one after many years of owning this camera. It's because, you know, I'm trying to take it out more often, and even though it stays in this protective case, sometimes I like to keep it on hand and just ready, because it's super easy to just turn it on and take a picture. So yeah, if it's outside of the case most of the time, then it could get scratched up. As you can see, I already dropped it a couple of times on the front, and it's a little bit more scuffed up now, but you know, I'm actually using it, so I'm not too bummed out, and I do think that over time it's gonna look a little bit more cooler. But a screen protector, definitely worth it. The microphones, I did order like the little wind muffs, kind of like what you see on my microphone here, to protect from the wind. And I don't know how well those are going to work, but they haven't come in yet. That's something that I wanted to talk about, and I'll leave in the description. But yeah, right now there's no little wind protection, and you know, it's okay. I think it would be a lot better if I did have the wind protection, especially when I went hiking that one time. But this thing does not have external audio. The Mark III does, but this one doesn't. In a way, that's like a good and bad thing, because I don't really have to worry about external audio, but then like you don't have the option to. So that's pretty much it for what I carry in this little protective pouch. It's, you know, it's not the most aesthetic looking thing, but it protects your camera, especially if I don't have a dedicated spot for my camera, and I can just toss it around with it inside here, knowing that it has protection. So yeah. Last but not least, I want to talk about like little accessories that you could put. So on the hand strap, you can put in like little charms. You could attach little charms to it. I'm not that much of a charm person myself, but a friend gave me this little bow, pretty cute, so I just keep it on there, and that's probably the most I'll do in terms of accessorizing my camera. And it's pretty easy to tell like which one's mine, not that there are many of these out there anyways. Accessorize your camera if you want. There's also, I'm pretty sure you've seen it before, but there's a little sticker in the back, and it's a purple heart. I really like purple, and purple hearts are my thing, so something, you know, a little Easter egg for you, not that you really need to know, but. And that's pretty much it for the pouch again. I want to talk about other accessories that you can use with pretty much any other camera, but then it would also benefit the G7X. The first thing that I want to talk about is a tripod. This is probably my go-to vlogging tripod, my favorite tripod. And it's not just for the G7X, it's for my larger EOS R5. This thing can handle the big boy, and so with the G7X, I feel like it's perfect. This thing is feature packed, so it folds out and it's very adjustable, but it's called the Mantis Pod Pro because there's a little thingy that flips out on the third leg, the thicker leg, and you could use this to hang it on like a chair or like any other object pretty much. You can use your imagination, and you can get very versatile shots. So you could put this on a door, you can get like a high angle shot, and just that alone adds to the functionality and the versatility of this tripod. You also get like a phone adapter built in, so it's not just for your cameras, it's also for your phones. And that's what the little quick release adapter on. Very interesting, but my camera decided to stop recording for some reason, but I'll try to pick up where I left off from. So that's the reason why the quick release plate is on my camera. It's so that I can use it with the PGY Tech Mantis Pod Pro. And the downside with it is that you won't be able to open up the compartment that leads to your SD card / batteries. So yeah, that's the thing, especially when I import footage as much as I do. I have to unscrew the quick release plate and then get to my SD cards and then screw it back on. But for, you know, the versatility of this tripod, I think it's worth it. It's up to you. You can do whatever you want. I think it's worth it. That's why I keep the quick release plate on there. But yeah, the next sort of accessories that I want to talk about are lens pens. You'd probably just only need one, but your lens can get dirty, and I recommend using a lens pen to clean it. I'm pretty sure you've seen this before if you're a camera person. So you have one side that has like a brush to take out the dust, the lighter stuff, and then you have like a little pad on the one side that cleans the lens, and it removes fingerprints and the harder to remove stuff, which is really, really handy, really effective, and highly recommended. Last but not least, which is, I feel like it doesn't make sense in a way, but it does. And it's the product that I'm using here, which is the DJI microphones. It doesn't matter if it's the first one or the second one. I recommend these for the G7X Mark II because you could always just do it in post. You can sync it in post, and these are such a worthy investment in order to get better quality audio for your G7X. And yeah, like you can see for yourself how nice the sound quality is. It's like podcast quality. Of course, I am editing it, my editing software, post-production, but you can get really, really good quality sounding audio in something that's so tiny. Let me see if I can, like this thing is tiny. Like I only use this as a little handle, so it's more comfortable to hold in longer periods of time. But in all honesty, you don't really need this thing at all. But that's the video. I really hope you enjoyed. Those are the G7X accessories that I love to use whenever I go ahead and create content. If you enjoyed, you know what to do. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure to go check out my Skool community linked in the description. I feel like I'm going to be just doing this for the rest of my life. Just me stuttering over my own words. But Skool community, I want to become the best version of myself, and I want a community that does the same as well. So that's essentially what that community is. We learn from each other, whether it's content, lifestyle, working out, doesn't matter. If you're my friend, we have similar interests, that's pretty much what it's all about. And yeah, as of right now, it's still in the works, but if you go ahead and sign up, it'll give me more motivation to continue working on it, and we'll see how it goes from there. Anyways, I really, really appreciate you for listening to me yap for however long this video is. It's probably not a good video at all, but I tried my best, and over time, as I make more content like this, I will get better at speaking from my mind instead of looking at a script the whole time. So yeah, thank you so much for listening. This is like off topic, and I just decided to record the video again after, but it's like after I record these sorts of videos, I'm never like, oh man, that was a good video. It always feels like, dude, I could do a whole lot better, and it's so frustrating that I'm not able to communicate my thoughts and express my feelings as well as I should be able to. But I know that in time, as I do this more often and I start to know what I'm talking about a little bit more, then it'll come through, and it'll be like a full circle moment. So I really appreciate you for, like following along on this journey. As you can see, I'm still sort of not necessarily just stumbling over my words, but I'm not able to come up with things that I want to say instantly yet. So there's going to be like pauses in between, and then I'm going to try to compensate for that by putting in filler words, but I probably shouldn't do that, and silence should be better. So that's something that I'm trying to improve on. Let me know. This is very off topic from the video, but let me know something that you're trying to improve on. And yeah, thanks for listening for real this time. We want to see if... what am I trying to say?